So this is the TinyHawk 3. Is this the best FPV beginner setup? Let's check it out. What's up, everybody? Welcome to Drone Mania. Disclaimer, my friends, this is not a sponsored video, nor did I receive this product to do a review on. So my friends, I would like to start off by saying this is an entry beginners level FPV drone. This is, I think, maybe could be the one of the best FPV drones to get into the hobby of FPV flying with goggles. What I have right here with me is the bind and fly version, which in short is BNF for those who don't know the short version of it. This costed on AliExpress about $169, so it didn't come cheap. What it came with is the drone, a charger, one battery that is 450 milliampere, 3.8 volt, some screws, mini tiny cute screwdriver, some elastic, as you can see, some props, replacement, and the usual, well, actually in this case not usual, here you have some typed cards, some stickers, some warning signs, and that's pretty much it. There is no instructions on how to connect this, how to use this, etc. Why there isn't? Because I'm guessing these type of drones don't come with any means of instructions, as they're more advanced than your usual toy grade drones. A lot faster, a lot stronger, a lot better, etc. Now there is a complete version. I bought the bind and fly. That means, like I said, bind and fly. What does that mean though? It means that I must have my own controller and I must have my own goggles, as you can see. That's what it means when you purchase a bind and a fly kit. It means you have to come up with your own controller and as well your own goggles if you want to be able to fly this in the terms of FPV, which means first person view, if you do not already know that. Now when you go ahead and buy the complete RTF, which means ready to fly kit, it comes with everything, including its own controller and its own goggles of the company, which is Emax, and that goes for about $320 on AliExpress, give or take. I will leave a link in the description if you're interested in purchasing this, after you see naturally how it flies, if it's good, if it's easy, etc. Now, to understand real quick about these drones is, these drones, they offer 3 type of flying modes. If I'm not mistaken, you have your altitude mode, which doesn't hold the altitude. It just basically always keeps the drone in a leveled position, so it doesn't matter how you move it, it'll always be leveled. There's also a horizon mode, which basically means that you're getting pretty much all the manual of the drone. So if you would go pitch forward, it will crash right into the ground. Whereas with the altitude hold, if you would pitch forward completely, it would just fly forward without crashing in the ground. Think of it as manual mode on a car and automatic. Manual means you have the full control of the car, which automatic is just set to what it is, and that's how it is. And then you have the acro mode. Acro mode is the same like Horizon, but a little more advanced. We're being able to do flips, power loops, all these cool things, this whole new world of FPV, which I'm still getting into slowly. This is my first kit, so we are going to test it out, and I'm going to give you my opinions and my thoughts if you should go ahead and pick up this drone if you want to really get into FPV. Know that it's not a cheap entry hobby, but it is definitely worth the whole excitement and fun once you really get into it. Everything else is just old-fashioned and boring with GPS, with toy grade drones. This is the era of speed racing. Think of it like you're Superman flying in the air, only when you crash you don't die, you actually get to fix the drone and then fly it again. So it's a really cool thing that I'm getting into slowly. Like I said, it's not cheap, but it's definitely worth to get into. So let's see if you should get this. Naturally, if you decide to, I would really suggest going into the RTF, because that will give you an idea if you want to continue. And if you want to continue, you can buy another controller like this, for example, that allows you to connect to many other controllers. Now, to connect with is not as easy as you might think, but that's another story. We're here to get into the FPV and test of this bad boy TinyHawk 3, the basic standard version. There's also a digital version. We'll get into that another time. So let's go ahead and check it out. I forgot to mention this, just so you know real quick, flight time is about 3 to 5 minutes. So you don't get the longest time with these batteries, and that is because these motors are brushless, there's weight on it, and it's only a 1S, and that's how it is with these type of drones. So the more tricks you would do with it, the less time you would have. Less tricks, more time, but basically you'll still get only up to about 5 minutes, maybe even less if I'm not mistaken. So let's get into the flight right now and see how well it does. Okay, so we're gonna place this inside here. Power on controller first. You always want to power on a controller when you're into the FPV world first. Make sure all the switches are the way they're supposed to be. Yes. Switch it. I practice on sims, if you can see that. So I'm going to switch it to TinyHawk 3, which I already have it set. Select model. Yes. Okay. Now we're going to power or plug this inside. There it is. It's ready to go. So first we'll fly it on the Horizon. So no, sorry, on altitude. I hope I'm saying it correctly in its altitude and it's not some other name. Like I said, I'm still new with this, so that's why I think it's the best opinion you'll get from someone who's just beginning into this thing too. So let's arm it, meaning turning it on with the switch. There you can see. Now let's take it off. So now, as you can see, it's very easy to fly, but it doesn't hold its height. I'm controlling the height all the time, as you can see. It's pretty fast for this type of small drone. Really nice. Check it out. So that's really fast. Faster than any toy drone you've seen on my channel. If you're a long time viewer, this is a lot faster than any other toy drone. Look at that, super fast. Very easy to fly. So while I'm in the air, as you can see, I'm doing full forward and it's not crashing. If that was in what we call acro mode, it would crash. So let's go to acro mode. So now I'm in acro mode, which is a lot harder to fly. This is not for beginners. You must have at least some time in sims. I would really recommend it. Here's a flip so you can understand. This is not like your toy drones. You press a button and it flips. This is you doing the flip all by yourself. So I'll try to do it and try to get it into the shot as well. You see that? It's not easy to get that, so I'm surprised that I got it real easy like that. It's not the easiest to fly this, and having to talk and needing to concentrate is crazy. But yeah, let's do it another one. Ooh, and I crashed it. Nothing crazy. Nothing crazy. But as you can see, this is why this might be the best beginner entry level of your FPV drones, because it has that 360-degree rotation of protection. It really helps everything. There it is. So I'm flying it. I just switched back to altitude because I would suggest, if you buy this type of drone and you've never really flown it before, the best would be to start off at you know, the easiest mode, which I think is called altitude mode, ATT if I'm not mistaken, and it makes it a lot easier. It's very similar to your toy drones, and then once you have some type of experience in your acro flying, basically in the sims, then it would be easier to fly this. But at this moment you cannot do no tricks with it, nothing. So I still think I have some battery left. We're gonna go into the goggles so you can check out, if you've never seen before, how it flies with goggles, my friends. Okay, so we're all set, as you can see, hopefully inside there. There you go, it's pointing at my girlfriend, the camera of the drone. We have the goggles set up. Now we're getting into the flight. Enjoy it, my friends. So my friends, that's pretty much it for this video. That's pretty much it for testing out the TinyHawk 3 BNF version. Now you know what BNF means. It's a pretty sick ass drone. I really enjoy it. It's really fun to use this bad boy. As you've seen, or if you've watched the whole video, that last crash is not my fault. The battery just died and it just crashed. Luckily, because it's flying over grass and because it has a full 360-degree top as well protection, so you not need worry about brakes, crashes, harming, etc. So this is really a good toy, or I should say FPV drone to have. The only one thing I'll say I really dislike about it is its battery. It's such a short time for such a fun hobby. When you get into it, it just will blow your mind. So what I would suggest, like I'm doing, is ordering a bunch of these that I'm already ordered and waiting for them to arrive. So that way I would have a longer type fun flying this bad boy. Because once you get, that feeling of flying into FPV with the goggles and everything, is just a whole new world. Everything just seems amazing and awesome. So one battery just doesn't cut it. You must get more batteries. So anyways, my friends, that's pretty much it for this video. I really enjoyed making this video because I got to show you guys the TH3, for short of TinyHawk 3. Till next time, my friends, remember to be safe, take care, have fun, and peace out, people. Bam!